I have a hobby. I like to drive cross country as fast as possible. And my team has set the record in almost every category: electric, internal combustion, three-wheeled, convertible, doesn't matter. So obviously I'm very interested in autonomous vehicles, which brings us to our friend, Ed Niedermeyer, and the conversations we had on the AutonoCast about his good friend, Elon, who said 8 years ago that someday, actually he said by the end of 2017, a Tesla would drive New York to LA autonomously. So this got me thinking, why are these idiots, fools, and charlatans who support Tesla, and I love Tesla, I have one, it's a great car, all saying it's going to happen tomorrow? When is it going to happen? So I started looking at what Elon was thinking and why he would make such a claim. Elon knows something that virtually no one else in autonomy knows, which is that theater and narrative are very important, maybe more important than technology. This is a map of the Nurburgring, the most dangerous and longest racetrack in the world. This is used by almost every OEM to set records, lap times, which are used to market their cars, even though most people never go to the Nurburgring. Which brings us to this guy. This is Erwin Baker, nicknamed Cannonball. The Cannonball Run race is named after him. This is him in 1915 in a Stutz, Gartner, Ford, Cadillac. Virtually every American car maker hired him to drive cross country when roads looked like this. No highways. And oh my God, is that the first edge case? Here he is trying to get New York to LA. He did it in like 2 weeks. Who doesn't matter how long it took. It took a long time. And when he got to the other side, he had learned a lot about endurance driving, lessons we still use today. Oh my God, what's that? Is that before gas stations where you got gas? Kind of like the early days of electric vehicles. In the early Cannonballs, 10 years ago, I had to go through similar things, and conditions for EV charging back then were often worse. I hope Roxas solves that. Now, this is really important because at the time, there was culture. American culture loved cannonballing. Look at this, the finish line for the Cannonball back in 1916. You'll notice something, crowds. Guess where you will never find crowds? Autonomous vehicle pickup and drop-off locations today. You don't see them. Why not? It's because there is absolutely no excitement around most AV deployments, but this guy gets it. Elon totally understands the power of narrative and story because things that don't work yet command enormous loyalty and attention. So I started thinking, like, what is the benchmark for AVs, or what is the benchmark for the AV narrative? It is to get in one of these, this is mine, and drive it cross country over and over and over, gathering data that the, unfortunately, naive Tesla stands will never gather, which is actual real metrics around how well this can get cross country, hands off. Dangerous, yes, but that's what I do for vacation. So I went out and got 2 co-drivers who are maybe the only people I trust to put my life in their hands. This is Carrie Fox, who's in the back. Carrie, could you please raise, where are you? I can't see you. Former Porsche executive and extreme athlete, but more importantly, she has a child who's very young. She wants to get home to her child. So I know I could trust her to go with me cross country. And we packed the car full of technology, which even though most OEMs are too cowardly to sponsor us, Teledyne FLIR gave us thermal cameras so we can see what the Tesla cameras cannot. Nexar gave us dash cams. We got high precision GPS units, and we began driving cross country as fast as we could on FSD to begin gathering metrics. Come hell or high water. This is what we learned on the first 2 drives. This is very important because these are the metrics. The blue is the first drive, the red is the second, for involuntary disengagements and voluntary disengagements to different categories. And what's important is not that we learn anything, because the sample size is too small, 6,000 miles of driving, but the sample size for the narrative of autonomy favors Tesla enormously. As you can see, the metrics improved greatly. All that matters, I'm sorry to say, in autonomy is narrative. By the time my child, my 6-year-old and Carrie's 3-year-old grow up, they're going to take it for granted that autonomy is going to work. Narrative command is essential for deploying autonomy. And unfortunately, the company that possesses reality command, which is Waymo. I ride Waymos every day. State of the art, best of the world. I don't care what anyone says about the Chinese AVs. I don't believe a word of it. Waymo is it. They're it. But Tesla, incredibly, still possesses narrative command of autonomy. Someday that'll change, but it's important that autonomy companies understand the theater. And this is something Elon still understands better than anyone else. But if anyone in the room, could be Waymo, could be Mobileye in an OEM vehicle, could be Wave, maybe someone else wants a car to go cross country with me in it, I'll risk my life for this. Thank you.